So here's the Mukkpet Suburban. It's an Amazon e-bike. You can get it today for $9.99 on the website. It's sort of your basic, affordable fat tire, 26x4. We have a 500-watt rear hub motor back there. And they sent me a basket along with it, which I put on the rear rack there. Pretty big basket. You basically can fit like 2 grocery bags in there side by side. There's the seat there, as you can see, just your basic seats. Soft, but probably want to change that out. The overall frame is not bad. And here's your grips, basic grips, a basic control panel there, up and down, and the mode. The brakes are mechanical disc brakes, nothing to write home about. Your basic GDS 06 display there, same as the rattan e-bike I had. It doesn't give you much information, but just the basics there, as you see me walk through the settings on the display. Shimano shifter there, ubiquitous, of course, and we have a twist throttle on this e-bike, along with the basic hard rubber grips that you've probably seen those before. Here's the battery. It's a 13 amp hour battery on frame style. It's got a little display on there to show the battery level itself. It slides on, and you have to also turn it on here to sort of use the bike. So one note there, you need to turn that switch on to make sure you can turn on the bike. If you don't do that, it's not going to turn on. I don't know why they set it up that way, but it seems kind of pointless. Once you turn the switch on, it should go on. Here's your basic Welga pedals that came on the bike. Just your basic stuff here. They work fine. The fenders are nice. They've got the little glossy ends and the strip down the middle. You look at the fork there. I think the paint job on this bike is pretty nice. Again, these are just hydraulic mechanical brakes there. I'm sorry. On the 26x4. It's a little heavier, on the heavier side for sure. Here's a look at that front suspension, which is decent, not great. That's basically what you get on a affordable e-bike like this. It's not going to knock your socks off there as far as the front suspension goes, but it works and does the job. It does have a rear working tail light, as you can see here. I'm pressing the brake, and overall, it's a decent e-bike. I mean, it's not going to knock your socks off, and it's not going to impress many people out there, but it works. And let's get it out on the road. And I'll do a little performance test for you. Here's another look at it on the other side. Again, diamond style frame, and just your cheap basic e-bike you can get off Amazon. So anyway, let's take a look at the road footage and see how it does. Alright, run this Mukkpet Suburban. We'll do a little performance test on it. Check it out in the hills. I believe it's just a 500-watt motor on a 26x4. So it's a cargo e-bike. Doesn't go very fast. 23 miles an hour top speed, they say. We'll test that out. First impressions, I mean, it's an Amazon e-bike, so you get what you pay for. It's a budget e-bike. It is not the greatest e-bike in the world. Looks like throttle is limited by the PS levels here, so yeah. I think it has 60 newton meters of torque, they say. And the front suspension is decent, not great. It's got good power in PS5. Can't complain. I think it has cruise control as well. I seem to have activated that somehow. I'm not quite sure yet. Brakes seem adequate. We'll test those as well. Yeah, there goes the cruise control. Just kicked in. Not exactly sure how I just hit the throttle with that. So, all right, let's go to PS1. PS1 is Oh, I can't even feel the motor. It's just 8 miles an hour. PS2. We're gonna hit 11, looks like. There's 11 miles an hour. PS3 is around 13. PS4 is going to be about 16 miles an hour, maybe 15.5. PS5, let's top it out here and do a speed range test. We're already at 19. One's coming here. Alright, let's see what we can do. Hey buddy. 21.4. 21.5. And that seems to be the top speed. 21.9 there. So stability is okay. There's a rear rack back there, so you get a little wobble. That front wheel. You know, your grips are your average grips. Electric XP had these for years until they switched out. Wilkstein mechanical brakes, I think these are. Nothing to write home about. Let's go do a hill test and see how this does. Yeah, there's cruise control. It's on there. It's going. All right, here's my hill test. We're in fourth gear in PS5. I'll count it out as we go, up to 11 miles an hour, just about. 10.8. Come on, there's 11. All right, usually gaining speed here. Moderate hill to start, and then steeper as we head towards the top. We're at 12.8, 12.9, 13 miles an hour. There's 14. 14.6. All right, it's gonna start to get steep in about 2 seconds here. Here we go. Losing speed. Let's see what this Mukkpet can do. 11.5.4. Okay, 10.6, 10.1, 9.8. Looks like that was it. 9.8 miles an hour was the lowest. Jesus Christ, dude. I saw you all the way, fucker. And I'm in the right lane, too. I don't know what that guy's beeping about. But there you go, 9.8 miles an hour up the hill. On par with other 500 watts. So pretty good power there. One of my first dislikes about this bike is the fact that it's hard to mount. So you need to be tall to ride this e-bike. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Because of the rack in the back, I've already hit my knee on the back of it. So it's not easy to get on this thing. Basically, you need to angle it and then hop on like that. Otherwise, it's going to be a challenge. All right, guys, so this is your Mukkpet Suburban, a 26x4, essentially a cargo e-bike. Not going to win any long-range contests. That 13 amp hour battery is pretty small. It's less than the average size in the market overall. So keep that in mind. That's probably my biggest dislike of this bike, is the battery size. Also, placement. It actually sits on top of the controller. The controller is right in here, and underneath here. And there's actually a cavity in the battery. So it sits on top of that controller, and you have to slide it into the track. I spent 2 days trying to figure out how to properly mount the battery, because initially I was just pushing the battery into the controller edge when I should have been pushing it on top of the controller. So anyway, that was annoying, but I finally figured it out. What else I don't like about this bike? I mean, it's For a 500 watt, it's a little underpowered. I like to see 750s on these 26x4s, of course. But what do I like about the bike? You know, the cargo rack's nice and big. You probably fit like 2 grocery bags in here side by side. That's how big it is. It's got working brake light, front headlights. I like the tires. I love the Chow Yangs, blacked out Chow Yangs. They just make the e-bike look pretty nice. It's actually it's a nice looking bike for you know, being an Amazon e-bike. Not a fan of the battery on frames anymore. It seems like it's out of style now, whereas you have the more integrated ones. But for a budget e-bike off Amazon, it does the job, and it's not going to you know, not work for you. I mean, customer service is what it is with these companies. I have no idea how good the customer service is for Mukkpet, but you're buying it off Amazon, so you do have that behind it in terms of you know, if there's a problem or anything. But overall, it's a decent e-bike. It's an affordable e-bike. It's not going to knock your socks off, but you know, it's put together pretty solid. There's no rattles or anything as I was riding it around, and you know, these tires just run over anything, these 26x4s. So anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you got one of these, or if you want to buy one. Click the link in my description, and I'll see you next time on Crisscrossed.